Hi everybody, this is Mark from Mark's Mandalas, and welcome to my unicorn flower dot mandala video. And I'm going to be getting right to it on this one. My new format that I'm working on is going to have a lot less downtime in between. And I'm starting right in. I have a center dot marked on my rock. I'm using a size 10 for the center dot. And I'm placing it here, and once the center dot is placed, I'm going to move on to a size 2 tool. And I'm going to be using the first 4-dot placement that I always do on most of my patterns, and it's going to resemble a clock face as far as I visualize the 12, 6, 3, and 9 o'clock, or the north, south, east, west of a compass face. Then once those first 4 dots are laid out, I'm going to be doing a 16-dot pattern, the first 3 circles of dots. Then I divide those dots in half and put a dot in between them. And once I do that, where I have 8 dots, I do the same process one more time, dividing the dots and trying to put a dot right in between them. And I end up with 16 dots, and then I move out to the next circle. Now that was a size 2, and I try a size 3 in the next row, but the dot was too small. So I tried one. I knew it was going to be a struggle, so I removed that dot with a little Q-tip, and I went to a size 4 and loaded it up pretty heavy. And as I'm placing the dots, you'll see I'm doing the same pattern that I do. I don't usually go just around in a circle. I will normally keep the same method going through the whole process. Every once in a while I will vary and go just around, but not very often. And for this video, I do hold this pattern with all of these 16-dot circles of dots. Now, this rock has been smoothed with black tinted 2-part resin, and I do have a video that shows how we do my rock smoothing. So if you'd like to check that out, I have that in a link above right now, and I'll put it in the description below. Now that I moved on to the third row of dots outside of the center dot, I'm using a size 6 tool. And you want to make sure you don't have too much buildup on your tool. If you do, just go ahead and wipe it off and reload it again. Also, you want to make sure you have enough paint on your tool. I would rather have too much paint than not enough. That gives you a lot more control on how much paint you can press onto the surface. And you'll also notice that the bottom camera is missing in the picture-in-picture. I had my second camera ran out of memory and I didn't realize it. So I went ahead and the close-up camera was doing just fine. I discovered this once I finished this next circle of dots. I'm using a size 8 tool for the blue dots, and I'm only doing 8 dots. I'm not doing 16 anymore because I'm going to be incorporating dot drags or swooshes from here on out. And once I finish these blue dots, I will have my second camera back into play again. And I'm going to start off showing you how much paint I'm loading up on a letter size A tool that I'm using for the first circle of dots that I'm dragging. And as I'm dragging these, I start off in between the blue dots, and I kind of go around the dot until I'm about halfway around, and then I go straight away for just a little bit to help create the flower petal effect. And I have this video actually sped up right now, and if you find it's going too quickly, or if it's not going quickly enough, you can easily speed it up and slow it down. I did a video that's on my channel that shows you how you can do that. So you can go twice as fast as you see right now, or down to a quarter of the speed, and anywhere in between. So now once I have these dot drags done for the first circle of, I guess, the blue dots, I'm going to go ahead and go to a size 10 for the circle of pink dots. And I'm just placing those in between the blue dots, but not too close and not too far away. I think the video gives a good explanation as far as the placement of them. And after I do the pink dots, I'm going to be doing the same swooshes around them, and I'm going to do one more circle of dots with swooshes after that, and then I'm going to finish this piece off with some top dots. So I hope you watch this all the way to the end so you can see the process from beginning to end. And something that I want to point out, it's hard to tell from what you can see here, but I like to paint at my 12 o'clock, which is on the other side of the rock versus the side closest to me. I find it gives me a better line of sight as far as keeping all of my lines together. So if you're having a hard time keeping things straight, then I suggest try painting as many dots as possible at your 12 o'clock. And you know, I am still learning how to talk over the top of this new way I'm editing this video. So I'm just going to go ahead and be quiet for just a little bit and let you just watch the process. Except actually real fast, I want to let you know that I used a letter size B for the swishes around the pink dots. And now the purple dots are a size 12. And I will be using a letter size C for the swishes on there. When we get to the top dots, I will go ahead and let you know what sizes those tools are. Okay, now that we're finished up with the main dots and the drags, we're starting the top dots, and I'm using a size 8 to go over the center dot with a top dot. And then for this circle of dots, I'm using a size 6 to put the top dots on the blue dots. And let me know what you thought about me not talking constantly on the video in that little spot. If you like it, or if you prefer to have me talking over the entire thing, or to give it some occasional pauses. This is a work in progress, and I'm constantly trying to create a style and a format that is interesting and enjoyable to watch. Now, once I finish up this circle of top dots and the last one, I went to a size 10, but I really could have gotten away with using a size 9. I had to be very careful not to push down too far with the size 10. I should have switched over, but I was careful not to push all the way down. And there is a pretty good range of dots you can make with one tool, depending on how much paint you load up on there. And we're pretty much just to the end of this video right now. I hope you've enjoyed this. I look forward to making more videos for you. This is Mark from Mark's Mandalas. And until next time, rock on.